automatically reads and logs each tool's info and usage history. This is really eye-catching. No more fumbling with the wrong tool or forgetting how long a tool has been in use. Without a stable clamping, it can be very difficult to guarantee accuracy during processing. The embedded camera identifies the material and finds its location. Then, the 3D probe handles the work offset automatically. Even for the super complex curved surfaces, I never have to stress about machining errors. The automatic tool changer, total game changer. I don't have to swap tools non-stop anymore. After every tool change, it auto-calibrates the tool length to keep precision locked in. This machine will even automatically match the best processing parameters according to the material and the tool installed, like cutting depth, feed rate, and speed. The most incredible thing is that I only need to drag the 3D file I designed into the NestWorks. It auto-generates the tool path with just one click. It starts processing like magic. Even with over 18,000 RPM, the coolant keeps everything cool. The surface finish is way better than I expected.
My name's Brian Barrett. I'm an engineer, but also a maker. I love tinkering with fun projects in my free time. For me, a CNC needs to be easy to set up and accurate. It doesn't hurt if it's super safe as well. The things that stand out to me are the automatic leveling, especially handy for PCB work where precision really matters. The built-in LiDAR around the spindle is a big deal too. It stops crashes before they happen. If you've ever broken a tool or ruined a part, you know exactly why that matters. And it's surprisingly workshop friendly. The dust control means my shop's been a lot cleaner than I expected. The 800-watt spindle is strong enough to handle everything I've thrown at it so far. Carbon fiber, aluminum, even steel. The result is that instead of babysitting the machine, I can get on with the fun part, designing and building. That's what makes it exciting to me.
NestWorks changed everything. The studio is an active, open community. You will find the most creative ideas here. Before, I either paid outsources way too much or tried messing with a CNC myself. Now, I just upload my design, pop the material in, and it handles the rest all by itself. I can check how it's going on right on my phone. No more hovering over the machine all day. The changes it brings are extraordinary. My design and ideas can be quickly transformed into products. When machining is that easy, I get to spend more time growing my shop and creating more popular items for my clients. That is exactly what I need.
Design that used to take 2 weeks to develop now can be verified the same day. The efficient and precise metal processing capabilities have greatly helped my design and development.
I'm not limited by materials. I have complete creative freedom. I'm no longer worried about the potential health and safety issues associated with CNC either. I can just enjoy creating.
I can tell it's a really powerful machine that does really well with aluminum and can remove a lot of aluminum quickly, which has been one of my frustrations with other desktop CNC mills, is that the spindle's just not powerful enough and it's not.
Even anyone without any experience is just able to get a working component out of it.
Yeah, PCBs that you can make with it, which is my goal. I want to do all that.
它把很多方面的那些功能以及具体的体验都做到了。
3次元データから加工する G コードの変換を、半自動で、AI を使いながら行ってくれる。で、そのあたりが昔使ったツールの場合は全て。
Hey, what's up? Sam here. Today, I've got something seriously next gen to show you. The NestWorks C500. One of the smartest desktop CNCs I've ever seen. This thing isn't just another desktop CNC machine. It's basically an industrial factory shrunk down to a workbench with an 800 watts spindle hitting 18,000 RPM plus or minus 0.02 millimeter precision, auto tool changing and probing, smart tool management, an MQL cooling system, and it's a self-developed Nest Studio software that lets anyone CNC like a pro in minutes. It's built to make creation effortless. Whether you are machinist or crafting prototypes, the C500 makes CNC easier than ever. In this part, I'll give you a detailed walkthrough of the machine, and along the way, show you what it can actually do. The whole unit measures 520 by 520 by 670 millimeters and weighs around 90 kilograms. What about 200 pounds? Yeah, you'll probably need 2 more people to help you lift it onto the desk. Let me walk through the design in detail. On the front, there is a protective shield to prevent chips and debris from flying everywhere during operation, which is definitely necessary since this is a pretty powerful CNC machine. For filming purposes, I kept the shield open so you can see the process more clearly. There's also a status indicator on the front, blue when operating, green when idle, and red if an error occurs. We've got a small touch display that lets you perform basic operations like chip cleaning, controlling the cooling system, and adjusting the X, Y, and Z axis. There's a chip tray at the front that you can pull out to easily remove waste materials after milling. On both sides are coolant reservoirs, and on the right, an emergency stop button. At the back, we've got the power port and a connection for an external air pump. Now, let's open the shield and take a look inside. This is where the magic happens. Use enclosure lighting, an air filter, and the 800 watt spindle capable of reaching 18,000 RPM. It's a sophisticated spindle design, and what I really like is the camera and built-in chip clearing fan, which blows away debris during milling. Even better, it features a unique MQL cooling system that sprays atomized lubricant and air directly from the nozzle when processing metals. This really sets it apart from typical desktop CNCs. If you think that's impressive, let me show you the automatic tool changer, smart tool management system, and 3D probe. Here's the toolbox. It holds up to 5 bits. Each bit holder has an embedded chip, which the RFID reader automatically scans to identify the bit and registers its data to the software. Now, about the automatic tool changer, ATC. If you ever use a CNC, you know changing bits is one of the biggest hassles. You have to wait for the machine to stop, let the bit cool down, then manually switch it. It's time consuming. But now, after it's changed, this ATC swaps tools in seconds. It first unloads the previous bit, then automatically picks and loads the next one. Next, it performs automatic tool setting. After each bit change, the machine measures the new tool length automatically using sensor, updating the Z-axis compensation in real time to maintain perfect accuracy. For 3D probing, the probe extends from the spindle module and it detects the X, Y, and Z coordinates of the workpiece to automatically find the center and register it in the software. It also enables auto leveling, which is a game changer for materials like PCBs that require absolute flatless, since no stock material is ever perfectly even. Based on official data, the system completes calibration and probing up to 70% faster than manual methods. Imagine never needing to manually align the tool or fine-tune the material position. It's simply faster and easier. So that's the overall design and its standout features. You can immediately tell where the investment went. NestWorks really didn't cut corners here. The aluminum alloy frame and solid steel worktop give it a robust, sturdy, and futuristic feel. And when it comes to functionality, there's even more to be impressed by. So with that said, let's move on to how to actually use it. We'll start with something more challenging, machining a bottle opener from 304 stainless steel and engraving my name on it. That's something most desktop CNCs, wallets, engravers can even dream of doing. I'll take you step by step through how I made it, so you can see every detail of the workflow. Before meeting, let's talk about Nest Studio, NestWorks in-house software that integrates CAM and machine control. In the software, we start by clicking New Project and importing the STP file for our stainless steel bottle opener. Then select Smart Scan, which uses the camera on the spindle to scan the QR code on the workpiece. This allows the machine to automatically retrieve the material's dimensions. Just like that, the dimensions are instantly detected and automatically fed into the workpiece parameters. Next, go to Device, Update Tools, and the machine will initiate a Smart Tool Management. As I showed you earlier, this activates the RFID reader, which scans each tool's chip and automatically loads its data. You'll notice the indicator lights on the magazine turn on one by one as each tool is successfully registered. After a few seconds, the system identifies all 5 tools in the magazine. For this project, we'll be using 2 of them, a 6mm flat end mill and a 0.2mm tapered bore nose mill. Then head to Strategy, create tool path. After the analysis finishes, the tool path is generated with just one click. Super impressive. Now, load it into the operation interface. Click Start, fine-tune the position, draw a box around the workpiece, and hit Auto Centering. The machine will use the 3D probe to automatically find the center of the stainless steel piece and set the work coordinate system. Finally, run the program, and that's it. And that's how I use the software. Super easy. This was my first time using it, but after about half an hour, I was already able to create this bottle opener. Check out the result. The surface is incredibly smooth and precise. I'm really impressed with how well the C500 handled stainless steel. This material is super hard, yet there were no issues like tool breakage or rough surface finishing that you often see on the desktop CNCs with weaker spindles. That's because the C500 features a powerful integrated MQL and air cooling system, which keeps everything running cool and stable even during heavy metal machining. The spindle module combines MQL mist spray with smart air cooling, giving you enhanced metal machining performance, longer tool life, and smoother surface finishes. No more standing by with a spray bottle. It's all automated. And that's just for stainless steel, which means softer materials are obviously no problem. And they made another aluminum fidget spinner. And again, the surface finish was excellent. Since many of you work with wood, I was testing on walnut. The Z-axis milling depth was a bit conservative because I didn't want to cut into the work table. But I could easily snap off the base by hand and sand it smooth. It didn't affect the final result at all. Pretty great, right? One thing I noticed when machining walnut was dust management. The C500's high-efficiency dust collection system efficiently collects most chips and fine particles. The integrated chip trap makes cleaning up even more convenient. For additional modules, NestWorks also offers a 4-axis attachment, which enables simultaneous 4-axis machining. This lets you create cylindrical parts, complex contours, and true 3D models. Perfect for designers or jewelers who want to take their work to the next level. And for times when you need fine manual control, there's also hand wheel. It gives you precise axis control, helps reduce setup errors, and it gives you more confidence during adjustments. Lastly, it comes with a blue laser module that lets you do simple engraving projects. I haven't received mine yet, so I couldn't test it, but it's nice to know that option is available. And that's the NestWorks C500, a machine that really surprised me with its precision, power, and how easy it makes CNC machining feel. From automatic tool changing to smart software and with industrial grade milling. This thing bridges the gap between hobby and professional use. I've tried quite a few desktop CNCs, but the C500 definitely stands out as one of the most complete systems I've tested so far. If you're a maker, designer, or a small workshop owner looking to take your projects to the next level, this could be the one worth watching. The Kickstarter campaign is now live, and early backers can grab at a huge discount. So if it looks interesting to you, go check it out. Explore the details and maybe consider pledging to support the project. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
これまで私が使用した中で最も高度な CNC マシン、NestWorks C500 をご紹介します。非常に多くの機能が組み込まれているため、このビデオではどこから説明すればいいのかわかりません。このマシンをワークショップで実際に使用したのはほんの数日ですが、もうすぐ稼働を開始するので、その機能、驚くべき機能、そして使い始めたばかりの第一印象について概要をお伝えしたいと思います。それでは、NestWorks C500 について詳しくお話ししましょう。第一印象は、これは決して軽量なマシンではないということです。これは文字通りの観察です。重量は約 90kg、つまり約200ポンドです。私が受け取ったパッケージ全体は 150kg 近くありました。まず強調しておきたいのは、重量があるため、持ち上げたり設置したりする際には誰かに手伝ってもらう必要があるということです。さて、これがなぜこんなに重いのかというと、究極的には、その組み立て法、その中に収められた全ての機能、そして最終的には全てが構造化されている頑丈なフレームのためです。それでは外側から内側に向かって作業していきましょう。マシンの全体寸法は、高さで約 520×520×670 です。当然、エンクロージャ自体を開くには、これ以上のスペースが必要になります。ドアを開いた状態で全体の高さを測ることはできません。天井に当たってしまうからです。しかし、最終的にはエンクロージャカバーのために余分な開口スペースを確保する必要があります。作業領域は実際には2つの異なる寸法を持っています。その理由は、内蔵の ATC、つまり自動ツールチェンジャーのためです。これについては数分後に詳しく説明します。では、作業領域に戻りましょう。ATC を使用すると、作業領域は Z 軸移動で 230×213×128 になります。今では手動工具交換でこれを行うことができ、幅280、奥行き235、Z 移動で150のより広い作業領域が得られると述べています。現在、ATC キャリッジをベッドから取り外し、最終的にその上でより広い作業領域を提供することを前提に作業していますが、100% 確信はありません。次のビデオで確認してみます。ベッド自体は 20mm の厚さの鋼で作られています。したがって、デスクトップ CNC マシンの場合、これ以上の強度はありません。さて、作業領域から移って、3つの軸すべてについてお話ししましょう。これらは、ヘイループネマ23ステッピングモーターを備えたリニアレールブルクルードライブシステム上で動作しています。これはかなり印象的です。また、ヘイループという用語に馴染みがない場合は、実際にはマシンの実行中にフィードバックが返されることを意味するため、重要です。そのため、位置、状況、ステッピングモーター自体にかかる圧力など、より正確に監視できます。しかし、ご覧の通り、すべてが完全に密閉されています。つまり、最終的には、加工中の破片がこれらのコンポーネントに近づくことはありません。これは、数分後に説明する内容にとって非常に重要です。このマシンの心臓部は、最大 18000rpm の範囲で回転する 800W ブラシレススピンドルです。これはクローズドループスピンドルであることはほぼ確実ですが、100% 確実ではありません。この点については、次のビデオで再度確認してみたいと思います。それでは、さらに興味深い部分に移りましょう。まず、先ほど触れた ATC についてです。これには自動工具交換装置が内蔵されています。この用語に馴染みがない方のために説明すると、これは文字通り、異なる CNC ビットを使用するようにジョブをプログラムし、作業中にビットを自動的に交換することを意味します。レンチを取り出してビットを交換する必要はもうありません。ビットを1つ取り出し、次のビットを拾い、加工を続けます。このマシンに内蔵されている ATC、自動工具交換装置は5種類の工具に対応しています。つまり、ほぼあらゆる加工に対応できるはずです。また、背面にはツールセッターが内蔵されています。ツールセッターの役割は、スピンドルがビットをピックアップすると、ツールセッターが加工してビットの上部を少しタッチオフし、機械がビットの長さを感知して、加工箇所と加工深さを決定するために必要な計算をすべて実行することです。つまり、複数の CNC ビットを使用するジョブでも、基本的には、Go、ボタンを押すだけで、あとは機械に任せれば良いのです。ビットの交換は自動的に行われます。ビットの高さも自動的にリセットされ、作業の開始から終了まで、ユーザーが何もする必要なく作業が完了します。ATC 機構自体はネジ駆動式です。つまり、 基本的には通常のスピンドルを使用するのと同じです。スピンドルはナットに回転して固定します。そして工具を取り外す準備ができたら逆回転して工具を解放し、最終的に ATC に収まるようにします。スピンドル自体は通常の ER11 コレットです。そのためこれらのタイプの部品に精通している方であれば他の ER11 コレットと同じタイプのビットを使用できます。つまりコレットインサート自体のサイズは 1mm から 7mm 程度までです。もちろん V ビット、エンドミル、テーパーボールノーズビットなど考えられるほとんどの CNC ビットを使用できます。 ATC 自体がまだ十分に素晴らしいというわけではありませんが RFID も内蔵されています。つまりビットの上部に小さな識別チップを取り付けることができるのです。機械は ATC ホルダーに何がセットされているかを実際にスキャンできます。ATC ホルダーにセットされたビットの上部をスキャンするだけで、例えば最初のホルダーには90度 V ビット、2番目のホルダーにはエンドミルが入っているなど ATC が認識します。これはソフトウェアにプログラムできるからです。例えば木材加工から金属加工に切り替える場合、キャリッジ内のビットを交換し、セットされているものを再スキャンするように指示するだけで ATC に挿入された新しい工具がデータベースに自動的に反映されます。つまり ATC は可能な限り多くのプロセスを自動化し、作業をさらに簡素化します。 ATC 以外にも 3D プローブも内蔵されています。さて皆さんの多くは Z プローブや XYG プローブについてすでにご存知でしょう。これらは基本的に材料の上部や角を見つけるためのものです。このプローブはそれらすべてに加え、さらに多くの機能を備えています。表面の上部に触れて位置を特定するだけでなく、材料のあらゆるエッジを実際に検出できます。つまり、正確な位置を把握できるのです。また、同じプローブを使用して、表面の自動レベリングなどの機能も備えています。つまり、わずかに凹凸のある材料を使用している場合でも、それをマッピングし、最終的に材料の流れに合わせて作業を調整できます。これらはすべて内蔵プローブによって行われ、接続や取り外しは一切不要です。すべて自動で行われます。3D プローブが内蔵されているのは本当に素晴らしいことです。しかし、機械はどのようにして材料の位置を確認するのでしょうか。さて、ここからがさらに優れた点です。この機械はベッド上で材料を識別する方法が2つあります。スピンドルヘッド自体にカメラが内蔵されており、材料の上に位置します。ソフトウェアを使って材料の周囲に四角形をドラッグするだけで、材料を識別し、最終的にそれに基づいてタッチプローブ測定を行うことができます。また、内蔵レーザーは材料だけでなく、その周囲の物体も識別できます。例えば、ベッド全体をスキャンし、材料を固定しているクランプと材料自体を検出できます。また、ソフトウェア内で、これが材料、これがクランプ、そしてそれらのクランプに接触しないように指示することもできます。材料を識別し、ベッド上で実際に加工しようとしているものを特定するプロセス全体を簡素化する点で、非常にインテリジェントです。さらに、機能のリストは続きます。MQL と空冷システムを内蔵しています。基本的に、マシンの両側に2つの独立したタンクがあり、そこに水または他の液体を充填することで、使用中のビットと材料を冷却することができます。これは金属加工において非常に重要です。空冷に関しては、温度をアクティブに監視し、必要に応じて空冷を調整します。この内蔵エアシステムのもう一つの優れた点は、動作中に実際に汚れを落としてくれることです。例えば、何かを加工した後、ATC を使う場合、トレインを開く前に ATC を噴射して洗浄します。これにより、最終的に全ての部品への異物の混入を最小限に抑えることができます。つまり、これらの技術や機能を導入する前に彼らが考え抜いた非常に優れた点です。集塵機能については、機械の前面から背面まで伸びるトレイがここにあります。これは、作業中に発生した全ての切削片を非常にうまく集めてくれます。機械のジェットからの空気清浄機能により、全ての切削片が下部のトレイに吹き付けられます。トレイ自体も一体型になっています。つまり、ミスト機能を使って冷却する場合、液体は全てこのトレイに流れ込み、トレイ内に止まります。つまり、これはチップダストの収集だけでなく、ミスクーリング機能とも連携するということです。このマシンに組み込まれている素晴らしい機能についていくつかお話ししましたが、正直なところ、いくつか忘れているかもしれません。もちろん、 これらすべてを何らかの方法で制御する必要があります。幸いなことに、これは2つの方法で行うことができます。もちろん、ここにあるように、コンピューターやノートパソコンに接続して、専用のスタジオを使ってすべてを制御することもできます。また、ここにはタッチスクリーンパネルが内蔵されており、これを使ってマシン自体を操作、制御できます。基本的に、ほとんどの機能はノートパソコンでもタッチスクリーンでも同じように操作できます。つまり、このマシンを操作し、様々な機能を制御するには、いくつかの選択肢があるということです。さて、ソフトウェアについてですが、すでに述べたように、私はまだ数日しか使っていないので、そこまで深く掘り下げて調べることはできませんが、ワンクリックスマートシステムと呼ばれる機能が宣伝されています。つまり、ソフトウェアで材料を定義し、3D モデルなどをインポートし、エンドミルやボールノーズなど、ATC にすでに存在する工具を指定するだけです。ボタンをクリックするだけで、カム自体の計算がすべて実行されます。3D リリースやプロファイルカットといった定義は不要です。指定された工具を用いて、最も効率的なプロセスを自動的に計算します。そして、最終的にはツールパスをワンタッチで生成できるようになります。すでに説明したように、NestWorks スタジオには CAD、CAM 機能が組み込まれているため、設計作業はそこで行うことができます。カーブコやベクトリックなどの人気製品を使用して設計を作成し、G コードをエクスポートして、最終的にNestWorksスタジオ内で実行することも可能です。適切なポストプロセッサが必要ですが、他のファイルも実行可能です。しかし、当然のことながら、このマシンには
It's the most important tool in modern industrial production and manufacturing. Why is CNC still only found in dirty and messy factories today? Today, we want to offer a completely different answer. What's your biggest challenge with CNC machining?
CNC programming can be very difficult, especially when you're looking for efficiency and precision.
For me, a CNC needs to be easy to set up and accurate.
Today, we are honored to introduce you to the new generation of desktop CNC. This is a personal desktop CNC that is efficient, precise, and highly intelligent. NestWorks C500, making CNC easier than ever.
My name is Paolo Velcic. I'm Italian and I've been a designer for more than 30 years. Parts I design and I machine are usually pretty complex. Selection of tools used to be my biggest headache. So many different kinds, I could never keep track of them. And this was true until NestWorks came along. Their tool management system automatically reads and logs each tool's info and usage history. This is really eye-catching. No more fumbling with the wrong tool or forgetting how long a tool has been in use. Without a stable clamping, it can be very difficult to guarantee accuracy during processing.
All right, hello everyone. Welcome to NestWorks Kickstarter campaign event on first time on YouTube Livestream. And this is Henry. I'm the product manager and also the co-founder of NestWorks. And thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for either staying up or wake up early to join our live events. And we are very honored to have the founder of Troublemakers, Hank, with us tonight. You want to say hi to our audience, Hank?
Yeah. Hey everyone, I'm Hank of Troublemaker. Thanks, Henry, for inviting me. I'm freaking excited about this here.
Yeah, thank you very much. And we also have my colleague on a separate testing room with us.
Hello everyone, welcome to today's live stream. My name is Jackie, and with me this big boy right here is the NestWorks C500. It's a desktop level CNC milling machine. So today me and my team are going to demonstrate, we are going to show you how to use this machine to create two items. So the very first one, I'm going to use this 4-axis module, which is a module that you guys are asking a lot last time. So why not just using it to show you how to make something? So I got this aluminum material. I'm going to use this 4-axis to create a keycap for a mechanical keyboard. And after that, I'm going to take it out and it will become the 3-axis. So I'm going to use this stainless steel. I'm going to create a bottle opener. And yeah, I believe you guys already can't wait to see like how it goes, what's the final product. So while I'm preparing for this machine for the operation with my team, I'm going to switch back this camera to Henry, and I will see you guys later.
All right, thank you everybody. So since our live event is now already online, let's go through the page together with everybody. And please also leave your comment if you have any question during this process. Hank and I will try to pick up as much as we can. All right, so first let's talk about the NestWorks C500 as a whole. Just in one sentence, this is one desktop level CNC machine, but for the first time you were able to do auto tool changing. It has the coolants, have a 3D probe that allowed you to do multiple size manufacturing, and very, very important that we, for the first time, we built a CAM software that any engineers, mechanical engineers, that can really use. And many people ask us, like, what makes the NestWorks CNC so different from others? I think in one numbers that's very easy to put ourselves distinguished. It's the NestWorks C500. It's a 100-kilogram machine, which is like, you probably have not seen the second one even close to it, right? But for the beginning, Hank probably know that I have traveled to the United States, to Japan for a few weeks in the past months, and we're meeting with many makers. So in the beginning, I was kind of like nervous telling everybody like our machine is actually 200 pounds. People was thinking I'm crazy. But actually, once I say that, everybody feels relieved. Like, yeah, for someone who's looking for some serious prototyping, they want a heavy machine. They want something that's solid, that's rigid on their desk, right?
Yeah, I got even the same request from our members when we got the new printers in a rack,
right?
And the rack was not really stable.
No.
And they were just complaining about the little shaking in the rack, so we had to fix it to the wall. Obviously, if you work with a high quality machine with very narrow tolerances, you need something really, really stable.
Definitely. And I think that is why like the overall weight and the rigidity that give us the chance to really melting something that's really hard, like stainless, like the
I love this one.
The titanium dies, right? People like this case. Yeah, so I think that brought us to here. Yeah, so I will kind of like go over the page and we can talk about that when we went through. So the NestWorks C500 is have equipped with an 800 watt spindle and with a max RPM of 18,000. Why is that necessary? Like we have said, they give you enough efficient precision, but also the 18,000 RPMs when we're doing the finishing path, it makes sure that we will have this kind of polishing finishing surfaces that is shiny with high quality. And also our very important fully automatic tool changers, a built-in coolants with air assist. And tonight we will also went through the one-click CAM softwares with Hank together. You can see we have one machine prepared in here. Also, the RFID management system, I will explain why that is very important. Okay, and for the materials, in the past month, we have keep posting our demo examples on YouTube. Now we've been covering all different materials from metal to plastic to woods. Try to show the capacity of this machine and the potential of what you could make. All right, and this page is actually, I just add up like within 24 hours, like because yesterday I was talking with my team that we're saying, okay, our products going online, we're very exciting, and then we sit down, we try to think like what we should deliver to our audience. What's the first thing we want people to hear on our project page? And I think that is the story, like why we are doing this. I think the reason why we're going to start, the original point is very important. So we leave a very short, like one-page note explaining our thoughts, right? Because Hank is not just our good friend, but he's also our very good neighbors. We're actually in the same building, like many of you, if you don't know. Yeah, we're very good neighbors. We see each other almost every day. The NestWorks team was incubated by Elephant Robotics. Many of you have been knowing, and we've been working with Hank for many years as well. On Elephant Robotics, we do all kinds of robots, from big industrial robot to small personal robot to humanoid robot, robotic cats, meta cats. So in the past 10 years, we've experienced so many change on the personal prototyping equipment. So in the beginning, we don't have a very solid, mature 3D printers. They are very creepy. You cannot do the leveling by themselves. And now we have over 10 bamboo in our office. They were super cool. That greatly accelerates our prototyping speeds. But for the metal parts, that is still something like we just cannot deal with ourselves. Is that the same situation for you?
Yeah, we still outsource our.
Yeah.
It's just something. I mean, we used to have a small 600, 300 not encased CNC machine, but I think from the 3,000 people that have visited us in this time, maybe three knew how to operate the machine.
I see.
So you have this standard Mach 3 software, and if somebody really trains you what to do, it's okay. But there are so many things that can go wrong.
Right.
And it's the same with 3D printing. Like we used to work on the standard XYZ printers.
Right.
And again, there also regularly things went wrong. And since we have our bamboo, it's like everyone can do it. It's so damn easy.
It's totally different. Yeah. Can you roughly tell us a number, like how much pieces you making with the CNC, or you outsource, or in number count?
Yeah, so that's a little bit difficult to say because we are a community,
right?
So we're a venture launch community,
right?
And we don't ask every member how many pieces they are outsourced. Yep. But every week we are outsourcing items, and I estimate sometimes 10, 20 pieces a week, but maybe sometimes 2 weeks nothing.
Okay, I have a very solid number because I run the number every month. Yeah. We spend in average 100,000 US dollar every month for CNC outsourcing, and that's our true cost. So for a long time, we try to figure out not just a way to cost, but more about increase the efficiency. Because once you outsource, that takes 5 to 7 business days, even in here, right? Minimum. But we try to own the CNC by ourselves, and then we met exactly the trouble that you have met. So first of all, we are not in first floor, as you probably don't know, and it's not easy to operate a 5 or 10 ton CNC machine in an apartment. It's simply not possible. And even we could on our own CNC machine, we cannot find anyone to operate them. Means our own engineering team, they were familiar with 3D design, with SolidWorks, but they just cannot operate industrial CNC machine because the CAM software is something that's really difficult. So from that point, I think it's like 3-4 years ago, we have the ideas like whether we can look up something like a bamboo that's small, they can operate by ourselves, they can keep in apartments, that we can do our prototype, we can design it, and we can manufacture it by ourselves. Even it's lower accuracy, that's okay. And we look up the market, and that's exactly what we found. That's what we put on our first page. The so-called desktop CNC machine in the market, which we found, they were not built for serious prototyping.
Right.
What we found is, first of all, the biggest question is the spindle is so weak. For a robotic company, what we make the most is like these mechanical parts. They were mostly done by aluminum, 6061, majority of the time. Sometimes stainless, not very common. So the minimum requirement for us is able to process aluminum. But sadly, we didn't find something on the market, even though they might be able to process. But for this piece, I think 4 hours is not acceptable. That's not something you can really get the work done. And secondly, like we said, the frame is getting lighter and lighter. We have 50 kilo machine, 40 kilo machine, and now they are going to 30 to 20, even 20 kilo. And they just become much more for entry level, but for hobbyists, building a wood piece probably going to work, but it's just not helping out on our scenarios.
Yes.
And also the CAM softwares is very difficult to operate. They have no automatic tool changer. That means our engineers have to babysit the machine beside it, sometimes overnight. And the censoring is the problem that we never understand until we really try to learn it by ourselves. With the bad censoring, that's almost impossible to secure the working precision. So all of those combined, we found pretty upset. And so we're saying, well, if there's no such a thing in the market, let's do it ourselves. Let's offer something that's serious.
That's exactly how every inventor goes to work. You meet a situation which you don't like. You meet that situation over and over again until you say, and now it's enough. I'm going to make this myself.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So if they don't take our work seriously, then we'll do it seriously.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's exactly the reason why our first impression, like get into the world of a CNC machine. And after we start this project, we often refer to this very beginning reasons, because I think it's very important to remember like why we start, because now we are the user, but we're also the creator of this machine. That gives us a very good benefit. It's like we have a very objective measuring points for our machine. Like we are the user, so we 100% understand the user experience behind. If we cannot use this product to make the piece for ourselves, then it's not a good product, right? It's that easy.
Oh, don't worry about this. Like if your machine doesn't work well, I know where to find you.
Yeah, you can just come upstairs in 1 minute. Yeah. Yep. So for the further thing I want to mention about tonight is the price, everybody. We were offering something that is historically low. For our VIP users starting from $25.99, and if you are an early bird member, it's still starting from $27.99. That is not a price you will ever get after this campaign, I guarantee. So please fulfill your payment and support our projects on our Kickstarter. All right, let's move down. So on the past months, we have actually talked to many users in different countries. They give us many excellent advice, and I will also share that we actually made some modification after talking with our users during our trip. But we also received many great, very encouraging comments from our user as well. So right now we have already donating some machine to a university. We have some machine in Japan and also in the United States. And also we will also providing one machine for troublemakers, because troublemakers is the place, just in case if not familiar, they were a very cool maker communities. They have very international backgrounds, engineers from all around the world, gathering together in this very cool place to starting their hardware projects startup in Shenzhen. So if we are looking for the best early tester for CNC machine, I don't know where I can get a second place that can compare with troublemakers. Yeah. So
some of our members have been running CNC machines for all of their life, and when they go to bed with CNC and they wake up with CNC. So yes, if you need a place to get feedback from people,
I think that's the best place to go. Yeah. So very soon we will provide a machine to troublemakers, and we will host joint event together for the engineers. They can test their projects. We will run problems together. And if there's any update and there's any advice from troublemakers, we will be hearing that within 5 minutes.
We have some very cool ideas for projects, which I'm not going to share that. We're going to save that for the live when we're downstairs. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to be surprised about what we're going to make.
Yep. All right. And other than that, let me switch this language for a little bit, okay? 飞宇，你帮我把屏幕先切一下。
Was that Japanese yen?
I don't know why it goes to Chinese.
That's the fun part of internet in China. Things are never how you expect.
Nope. Ah, I see, because this auto translates for me and I don't want it.
Yeah, I said never translate English.
Yeah. 飞宇可能还是要停一下。Sorry, just give us one moment. Let me see how can I figure out the language issue. All right, welcome back everybody. Sorry we're spending a minute or two trying to figure out the language issue. Now I think we're pretty good. Yes, I see people asking about air compressor. Yes, so the air compressor is not like a required machine, so you can have it, but you don't have to. With the air compressor, what you can do is first, it will support the MQL, our mist coolant. That use air compressor to press out and change the liquid into mist to help better cooling down. And also, we will have some high-speed air nozzle on the working platform, and we can use the high pressure air to cleanse the surfaces. But that is not a requirement, one more time, because we also have the built-in fans on the spindle. They were used to clean the table as well. All right, so let's get back to our Kickstarter page. We also have invited some very good influencers, some good YouTubers to do independence review for us, including the James Dean and Sami Tech. They were also posting their review tonight. Please feel free to click and check out their reviews. James will be posting a second review, I think a week from now. But we have something like more exciting will keep coming on the 45 days of this Kickstarter campaign. So make sure you have keep track of our channel. We will have much more reviews and demo this coming. Yeah, I see Jay Place asking what type of material are you cutting? We are cutting stainless steel. I believe that's S304. Yeah. Oh, sorry. The aluminum. That's aluminum key, and the second piece will be stainless. The current one is aluminum. Sorry. Yeah. So if you compare our machine with others on the market, you will very easily find out that it's outstanding in any aspects. Like in the past months, when people ask us like, what's the difference between you and us? I'm like, name something there that's not different, right? Yeah, the concept is not different. It's a very powerful spindle, 800 watts. With over 200 pounds weights that we machine titanium, stainless, aluminum, brass, and woods, you name it. There's almost no requirements, no limitation on the materials.
I think the tool changer is very important.
Yeah, the tool changer is very important.
If you want to use this machine for something professional, you don't want to babysit the machine all the time.
No, not
you
at all.
want to be able to enter your drawings, click start, and just go to do something else, or have multiple machines and take out the projects one by one.
Yeah, definitely. And when we get back to the automatic tool changer part, we can better explain to our audience like why we need a little tracking ID for our bits, right? There's a lot of reason behind. And oh yes, just in case I might forgot, we will have 4 giveaway tonight for every 30 minutes. So for the first giveaway will come in another 8 minutes. So Hank might pick up the first lucky draw tonight. Yeah. We will be sending out a set of end mill. We are sending out 1 laser cutter for free, 1 vacuum set, and the 4th one, the last one tonight, is a value $699 force access on the very end. So make sure you stay on the until the very end, and probably you can take the force access back home. We also set up our stretch goal for all users. I think we've already hit 1 million within an hour, and thank you for your support, everyone. We've already unlocked the free lifetime NestWorks Smart Cam software membership. Right? We will provide the cam software for everybody for free for your entire life. And we also have the stretch goal for the $3 million. That will be a hand wheel MGP. So if you are a very experienced mechanist with CNC, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. And if we were able to hit 7 millions, the compressor will be sent for free. So please support and back our projects. On the materials, so we've already introduced the majority of metal, plastic, woods, and on this drawing you can see we're actually carving out the carbon fibers boards. For the lawn, and so a fully enclosure CNC machine with air recycling, I think will be a perfect option for milling carbon fiber.
This looks really good.
Yeah. And the machine have used ball screw and dual liner driver. There's also many people ask like why you are using 2 linear driver instead of 1. The reason is because you can see it, in order to quick cleaning, we have designed a drawer under the machine, so you can very easily pull out the drawer and clean it. So for the mechanical designing reason, we try to place the 2 liner equally on both sides to keep the balance and better share the force. The 800-watt spindle, we have now tested with many different materials. For 6061 aluminum, we can now remove almost 6 millimeter each layers. And that is the real processing speed you want to have with in-house CNC manufacturing. And we are not talking something about 1 to 2 millimeter. It's a 6 millimeter each layers for roughing cuts. And for your finishing path, the 18,000 RPMs can get the very perfect finishing surfaces with great polishing. And I was explaining to many people, when you're having a 200-watt spindle with a 1/8 of inch end mill, when you move that to a 800-watt but 1/4 inch, you're not getting 4 times faster, but 10 times. Right. Yeah, because there's 4 times on the power and 2 times on the bit size. And actually, if you're putting the rigidity of the machine in consideration, because if the machine itself is not rigid enough, you cannot reach to the theoretical limit. Even the spindle probably able to take that, but the overall frame cannot. Yeah. So that is a 10 times different when we're talking about the material removal efficient. So please check out our examples on YouTube. We just mailed out this very cool brass knuckles.
I thought you were very angry at that time.
Yeah, we're not angry at all. We were much more excited. And also the MQL system, that is also something that we have not found much people doing that on smaller size CNC. But what we realized that is something that we cannot get without. So even we're keeping everything the same, we're keeping the same spindle, the same rigid frame, but without the MQL, the end mill itself just simply cannot take that much temperature. Right. It just melts itself when it's melting, steel or stainless. So this MQL is almost a required function in our view that give us the chance to processing something that's hard enough, and also on the other hand, it also increase the quality of the top of the surfacings of the materials. So we will have two liquid box on two sides of the machine. They can change with different coolants. It depends what material you've been melting on. So melting with steel, probably different with melting with aluminum, right? So you can pick the right coolants with the right concentration for yourself. Right, and then we will also lift out some benefits why you should have it, but I believe for our audience who will get into our live stream, they probably know enough about these backgrounds. The precision is something that we didn't talk a lot, but I think we all understand this like the baseline of everything. Right?
I just wanted to ask you about it, but I thought you're probably going to touch on that.
Yeah. The 0.02 precision is the minimum requirement that we've been giving. Like to be honest, I think we've been labeling this 0.02 millimeter precision more conservative. I think on our team, our internal testing shows that we can actually go higher than that. But then we realized that for CNC milling, the precision actually links to many different factors. It's not just about your machine. It's about what material you've been cutting with, what kind of tools, with what kind of materials, with different parameters. So the variation of the precision could vary a lot. Even though we have a very strict internal testing procedures that indicates that we believe this number is actually go higher than that. But the 0.02 is a very honest answer that we were providing for ourselves, that we believe that meets all the requirements on our mechanical parts, including gears, including belts, including multiple size flipping parts. So that's the number that we'll leave out here. But if you are milling with good technique, I think feel free to chase something higher than that. That's not a limitation of this machine. Rigidity and stable. That's something we keep talking again and again. This is the fundamental of this entire CNC. With the ball screw we have, with the industrial level linear drive we have, with the 200 pounds machine frame we have, that is all we got to secure the precision, the rigidity of this machine. And sometimes when people are asking about our manufacturing plans, like why it takes so long, one thing that we were telling people is that assembling one machine probably not taking very long with the right procedures, but the calibration and tuning of the frame could take an average 2 hours for each machine, and that's something that you cannot really save the time on. The overall calibrations.
Yeah, the question is, you want to receive a good machine.
Yeah.
So you want to give your manufacturer the time to actually do a good job.
Yeah. And thank you for your understanding for that. Okay, I think now is hitting the time for our first giveaway.
There we go.
There we go. So for all of you that's in front of our live stream, please first subscribe our channel, and then make sure you send anything on the comments right now. Just send something on the comment so we can pick your comments. All right. So Hank, you want to give our first lucky drive with your lucky finger for us?
Go.
Yeah. All right. If you do it one more time.
Double check.
Double check. Okay. 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. All right. Congratulations to Alec
Say it again.
How do you pronounce his name? Alec Diestra.
Alec
Diestra. Okay, congratulations. Please make sure you leave your contacts, just leave your emails on our comments, and these 6 sets of email will goes to you. Okay.
Congratulations.
So, congratulations. Make sure you leave your contacts on the comments, and our colleague will get in contact with you. Thank you very much. That's our first pick for tonight. And let's get back to our Kickstarter program. The ATC. The ATC is not something, that's magical, something new, right? They were something actually very, very mature on industrial use, and almost as firm required machine. Like you would never imagine someone that's buying an industrial CNC that have no automatic tool changer. Then why it will be different on desktop usage, right? I think the demand is the same, the supply should be the same. So on our ATC, what's very different is like we have upgraded this automatic tool changing system, which I would say is very innovative from NestWorks team, is our RFID smart tool management. The reason why we do that is when we start developing this machine, I personally talk with over 20 mechanists, interview with them, because in the beginning I'm not a master on CNC and I don't know very much. So I try to talk as much mechanics as possible. I just tell them, like, lecture me, tell me whatever you know about this machine, how can we help you make it better. And one thing I heard very, very common for the mechanics is they actually spending a lot of times with their bits, with the tool they have been using. I even know for many very experienced mechanists, they will hand sharpen the tools by themselves before each works. Yeah. So they were telling me you have to treat your tool seriously. You have to use a very good tools to ensure the best outcome. And then I try to study more into the tools of CNC, and I find out there were hundreds and thousands kinds of different end mill with different material, different shape, different diameter, and even for the exactly same bits, they could have been made with different materials for different usage. So it's something very complex. And something very funny is that in the beginning, when we were trying to do the research, I just bought a bunch of tool spec to my table, and after I've opened a few of them, I just cannot put them back.
Right.
It's almost like playing a puzzle. Like you're trying to put them back. So we realized that the management of the end mill of the tools is something that not just important but crucial.
Of course, the people who are using this machine are, some are very professional, but the majority is probably quite new to this.
Right.
And if you make a mistake with your end tool, you use the wrong end tool on the wrong material, your tool is gone, and they're not cheap. So you want to make sure you use the right material for the right job. And with your RFID, you don't have to worry about anything. The machine knows exactly what to pick at which moment.
Exactly. So that's our first point, that our first demand is like, I want to understand like what tool I've been using today. I don't have to remember by myself, because probably I will make a mistake. And the second thing is like, I want to know the lifetime of this end mill, how long I've been using, under what kind of condition. Because many times in the very beginning of our development, we realized that we were using the exactly parameter exactly same ML in the same machine, but we come up totally two different pieces.
Yes.
One come up perfect and the other one just like a disaster. And then we realize that it's very, very simple. It's simply because we're using a very old tools for the second piece. You should change before you do it. So that's the first thing our RFID system can help us to keep the lifetime of this ML tracked. So make sure I always have the tools in the best performance. And then the second thing is actually deeper, but we realize that a bit later, is that on our CAM software, one thing we want to do is we want to do the automatic suggestion of the parameter. And that is something that's even more difficult when I'm talking with mechanists. So try ask 5 different mechanists that I want to mail this piece, how should I do it? Very, very likely they will give you 5 total different solutions.
Yes.
Because all the mechanists, they have all of their 20, 30 years experience. So they will base on their experience and their knowledge on the tools, on the material you're working on today, and suggest you the best strategy they think they should have. Some people will tell you that you might want to cut the materials lighter, but with slower feed rates, but with smaller cutting depth. And some people might say, oh, you probably want to go a little bit more faster with higher RPM, and that could come up totally different.
Right.
So
can your users, if they want, override the standard settings?
Definitely, of course. The RFID can be changed manually, and the parameter we suggest can also be changed manually. Nothing is forced our user to be used. So we realize that, okay, if we want to suggest that parameter to our user, we must have no 2 preconditions. We need to understand what tool you've been using today. We need to understand what material you've been cutting today. Based on those 2 informations, and of course the 3D files you put in, we can have the right parameter based on those 3 information suggest to you. And that gives us another very, very solid reason why we should have the RFID labels on our MLs, just to allow our machine, our system to understand whatever tools have been installed, so our CAM software can better help our customer to come out the best quality products in the very end. And I see many people have been asking, how many the RFID tags going to cost? So first of all, if you buy the tools from NestWorks official store, it will come RFID tags for free. And we will also be able to provide free labels for the first purchase. What you can do is because we support standard ER11 colors, and any MLs that's range between 1/8 to a quarter inch ML. So you can buy any standard MLs from any suppliers and simply install the RFID label manually, and you can write in the information manually as well. So that's not something going to stop you from using. Wow, I think we've been explaining a lot on the label.
You are going like a high-speed train through this.
Yeah, because I'm sorry, I'm a little bit too enthusiastic. I'm on fire tonight. I so much want to share with everyone. Yeah, and then the second thing is our 3D probe. 3D probe, very important. In order to explain that, I have actually provided a bad example in here.
Yep.
You can hold it in front of the hold it to the camera.
Can you see that?
Yeah. That is what happened when you have centering. When you do not have a precise 3D probe to find the edge, to find the centering, to do the 0 offsets. Because when we were doing one side mailing, it doesn't matter about the accuracy of the probing. But when we were melting multiple sides, I think you want to keep the 0 offsets precise enough to avoid having a step like this caused by the wrong or bad alignment.
Yeah.
of the working coordinates. And what our 3D probes can do is we were able to help you ensure that we always have a good precision on centering. And that is very, very important when you we're working on something that's multiple sites. And also what is even better is this centering job is done automatically. You don't have to run your probe, you don't have to run your end mill, your spindle by hand anymore. It's done under the camera.
Oh, those good old times are gone.
Yeah, those good old times are gone. Sorry for Hank. Yeah, we will actually run the demo of how the centering has been done just after this parts. And our accessories, the force axis, people have been asking for almost every day. This force axis is something that also now what we've been using mailing these keyboards right now. Many people asking like, why don't you guys go with a 5-axis CNC? Simply it's because it's too complicated. The working area is also much smaller compared with a 3-axis machine. And the software barrier, the learning curve is even higher than a 3-axis one. So our first product would be a 3-axis machine, but also we want to provide an option for a 4-axis rotatory for our users. So we built it. Since you have already know that we used to be a robotic company, so we are super familiar with the entire harmonic drive module, which is exactly what I've been using on this force axis. That gives us the rotatory precision to 0.08 degree. And also this is a very rigid force axis that will host the metal piece, not just the wood piece for processing. And later this month, we will also sharing something that's very, very impressive project that's done on our force axis. So make sure you have subscribed on our YouTube channel so you won't miss it.
I asked him the same question about the 5-axis because, you know, you're always greedy. You always want like more, but building a machine like this, doing a high quality job, is just freaking difficult. So I rather have a really good 3-axis machine, 4-axis machine, than a mediocre 5-axis machine.
Yes,
and
for the start.
For the start, because I know you're gonna continue building that machine and make your 5-axis machine. It's just not something that you want to start with for your first CNC.
Right, and that is something that we will do in the future. It's actually already on our roadmap. But we want it to be more practical, to have the first most common use 3-axis CNC been delivered solid before we move to 5-axis. Because 5-axis CNC give us more challenge on the CAM software side, not just the hardware. Yeah, and also like Hank and I have been visiting like all different kinds of CNC factory. You will realize that for all CNC factory, they're probably on, I would say, what, 90% of the CNC that's actually 3-axis. There's only 10% of the job that's been actually done with an industrial 5-axis. I think there was on the consideration of more about cost and efficient, right? If I can get same thing done on 3-axis machine, they will try to avoid.
They're much cheaper to
operate.
Much
cheaper, yeah, and also much faster with the 3-axis, yeah. And also we're having a electrical vise. Actually, I also have one in here on my hand that is very heavy in here, a electrical vise. That is actually something quite, oh, sorry, let me put it back. The electrical vise idea is actually not 100% agreed within our teams in the very beginning, because some of our team members were saying this, we don't actually need something electrical, like vise is already good enough. But actually when we try to work with 10 different pieces on a CNC, we realize that, you know, just simply loosen and opening the vise could be something that's frustrating and labor costing, and just simply something I would try a motor that can help me. So we just invent a new electrical vise to make this works easier, make life easier.
Yeah. If there was one thing I know from Chinese engineers, is that they are very risk averse. So anything what they haven't tried before, they will say, no, we're not going to do that.
Nope.
You just want to make sure that you can deliver a working product, and anything out of your comfort zone is basically a no, unless there is a really, really big need to do so. So like in this case.
Yes. I think that Hank definitely know enough about the Chinese engineers after so many years of collaboration with them. Yeah. So those were the two main accessories that we've been offering. But we're also providing the hand wheel MGP. That is something we have not designed from the very beginning. But then we realized that many of our users, they have already have enough experience on CNC machine, and some of them maybe just earned their life in front of a CNC machine for years. They already get used to have a hand wheel on hand. They just love those mechanical post generators feeling. Yes. So yeah, we will try to deliver whatever makes our users happy. And to be honest, when we were calibrating this machine by ourselves, we also love to work with a hand wheel. And the last part is the laser engraving. We didn't put this laser engraver in the very higher priority because I think, to be honest, there's already a bunch of very good laser cutter products on the market. We also own a lot of them in this office. I think they were doing great. So we are not trying to compete with any laser cutter. But then we realized that there could be a true demand. You know, after I finish a piece of work or I've finished a PCB board, I want to leave a label or I want to leave a logo. Then why not just make it life easier for our users as well? So we have provided a small 5-watt laser engraving modules for our users that they will adaptive to the spindle. You can simply insert to the spindle, and our CAM software is supporting the laser cutting as well. And I hope you will like this, especially on the art piece projects out of this machine.
Does the laser work with all the different materials what the machine can handle?
For the 5-watt laser, it mostly works with wood and plastic. For metal, I think it will be difficult to leave like a very deep mark.
It doesn't have to be deep.
No.
We once engraved a really big knife.
Right.
A big Bowie knife.
Oh, really?
And we have an 80-watt CO2 laser. So it's 80 watt, but you could really clearly see the label. You couldn't feel it. It was so shallow that you couldn't feel it, but you can also not rub it away. It's really there to stay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. I think that's pretty good. Oh, sorry, I think the comments complain we are not answering any questions. Sorry, we are moving pretty fast on here, so give us some time. No worries. We will have a full 30 minutes Q&A session in the end of the live stream. So make sure you leave the question in here. We'll definitely come back and pick it up. Okay. Sorry, we cannot keep all the concentration on the comments, but we will definitely follow up. Let's just pick one here. Come from 3D printer background. I would like to understand how does conversation from STL. Yes, our system will be able to analyze STL files. I will actually just run a demo very soon after this. Mm-hmm. Do your machine come with 380, 220, or 110? It will be 100 to 230 watts adaptive. So I think that meets a requirement in the majority of the areas globally. Okay. All right. Sorry for missing out some of the questions. Please feel free to send in more questions. We will definitely answer actual question in the chat. We're not trying to avoid anything. Yeah. All right, and then this is the smart cam that is very important part of our features. We believe the cam software is actually something that stops people from getting into CNC machine, because despite about the tool changing issue, the probing issue, I think for the very innovative and well self-educated maker, there's still something they were able to overcome by themselves by conduct some self-learning times. but the CAM software is just something that is totally different. It's just something that's way too difficult to pick up by themselves. I mean, to be honest, I've tried to learn the CAM by myself. I can't say I pick up much even still today. I'm still playing around with the Fusion, but it's still much troublesome to me. And our goal is to have the CAM software, I would not say as easy, but very close to a 3D printers. We want you to be able to just get into the CAM software, load in the 3D files, just click work, and it handle the rest of the work by itself. I think that's our very goal in the beginnings that we want to achieve when we have this machine delivered to our customers on hand.
I don't also think it's not only the software what you need to master if you have a not fully automatic machine, but also the amount of times that you're damaging your tools, your end mills, by just not knowing what you're doing through the learning curve, and that's fine. I mean, it's totally okay to go through the learning process, but you don't have to, because if you have a machine that does everything for you, you just don't have to worry about that as much.
Yes. All right. So, Hank, I think we were going to our CAM demonstration parts, but before that, I want to do our second giveaway a little bit earlier so we don't get distracted during our demonstration. The second part is the 5-watt laser engraving module. So please subscribe to this channel and send in anything on the comments right now. To the second lucky draw. Loading the comments. All right. So this time we were giving away laser module for one lucky draw. Three, two, one. Okay, let's congratulations to Gary Johnson, 5964. Gary Johnson. Make sure, Gary, leave your contacts. It could be a number. Leave your emails, address under the comments. So our colleague will get contact to you so you can pick up your 5-watt laser module. Congratulations, Gary. All right, now we will move to the demonstration of our machine. So you can see we have one machine on our testing room that's running actual cuts right now. But in here, I would like to more showing the software aspects. What is the logic of this designing? How is the overall user interface looks like? So NestWorks is not just a CAM software, it's more about a community studios. So on the workshop, we are now collecting more and more user cases. It's either built by ourselves or by our users. And all of these cases will be stored on the workshop. So when this machine is delivered to our customer, we are very confident we will already accumulate hundreds of working cases in this workshop. And what's the benefit you can get out of that? It's different from 3D printings. What you need is not just a 3D model, but you also want to have the recommendation of the right end mill you should use for this project and the right materials you should use from these projects. So on this workshop, we will provide everything in one click. So if you are a great content creator, you can also upload your own designs on this community, helping each other to make manufacturing, to make CNC manufacturing easier. I think it's a great place for our users to communicate.
I have a question.
Yes.
If one of your users designs a product what can't be CNC'd,
right,
will the software detect that and warn you?
Yes.
Or maybe even advise you what needs to be changed?
Yes, so we will have the limitations, for example, on the size. If you're building something that's oversized, you have to either decrease the size of this workpiece, or it's like the end mill or the angles cannot be manufactured. Those were something would be detected before you upload. And I believe for those projects that can be uploaded to workshop, they've already been worked out of this machine at least once before. So and that's the reason why you're able to get all the contacts. Very good question. Thank you, Hank. Yeah. Recommend template is a good idea, especially for makers new to this. Yeah, definitely. And we will now, the NestWorks team is also now cooperating with more professional industrial designing teams to provide a much richer case library for our users. Like, I have a very crazy idea on my mind. It's like, right now everyone have two sets in their house, on their garage. They have 10, 12 different kinds of screwdriver, wrench. How about let's just store everything on this studio? And when you need it, you simply just melt one out of one, right? You don't have to keep all of those standards. You don't have to keep 100 pieces of, those two carbon screwdrivers on your garage. Simply store 3 pieces of raw materials and just melt one when you need it. Yes. Yeah, that could be something we can do in the future. Yep. Once you get into this machine, you're able to see the overall information. Right now, I'm connecting this machine to my laptop wirelessly. We are under the same Wi-Fi. So I will be able to control this machine on this platform. Like, I can turn on the lights of this, and I can move down the probe, the amazing probe that we were just talking about, right? I can also get it down. And you remember I mentioned about the fan we have here. Yeah, the fan can also be controlled to do the cleaning. Right, you can hear the voice. Very easy operation, and also for the monitoring purpose. We can also operate this machine manually, changing the X, Y, and Z axis for whatever probing or censoring perspective. We can also change our tool manually.
Touchdown.
Yeah, after we pick up each tools, we will have the automatic calibrations for the tools, because sometimes you don't even know you have already broke your tools, but the calibrators can tell you, right? Let's return our tools. The reason why you will hear the sound of the fan is sometimes after the work being done, the case of this library is already very messy. It's covered by the chips. So we always want to make sure the fan have cleaned everything before you open. We don't want the chips to get inside. Yeah. Yes, if you've already paid the deposits, we're already providing a free set of DLC tools for our VIP users. So yeah. Is there any difference in the RPM reading given by the machine and that were taken by external RPM meter reader? I think they should be same. If they were not, there are problems there. Okay, So let's get into the actual programming. I think it's the first time, Hank, you also look at this page, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So this system is built to have our customer to get things done in only a few clicks. So first of all, you want to build in the materials. One thing keep in mind in here is right now we have not released our official materials yet, but when this machine is delivered to our customer, we will also have the official materials available. They will have the QR codes on the workpiece. Once you have installed this machine install this material to our CNC machine, the camera on the spindle will automatically scan the QR code and found the exact diameter and the material type. So you don't have to set up this by hands anymore. We have a smart scan function in here. But for today's, I will do this by hands. And after we have set up the materials, we simply import any 2D or 3D files. We will analyze automatically. But you can also import a G-code if you already have one. We can also operate a standard G-code from any standard industrial CNC machine. So in here's, let's import a STL file. That is a can opener that we will soon working on the testing room. It's done by a piece of stainless. So after I've imported this model in, you can already see it on my module, and I can easily switch the operations on the CAM softwares only with a few clicks. And of course, in order to save the materials, I want to keep the top alignments with the materials. And that's all you have to do for the preparation. And then that's the magical part. You can simply click create toolpath, and we'll get everything for you. But before that, I want to show you one more thing. Is the supports function. Sometimes you don't want your workpiece just drop on the working tables if there was something fragile, or we want to ensure the services quality. So you want to have the supports on them. On the NestWorks CAM softwares, we will automatically suggest the position and the numbers of supports for you. You can even change the length of the single supports, the thickness by hand as well. So right now we will in default the minimum requirements of 0.4 millimeter for stainless. And you can also switch the position of the support simply dragging. And once you confirm all the details, just click create toolpath. And you can see the toolpath is now already created just within a few seconds. And you will also feel free to go back to check the end mills information and the coolant information and the working parameter that we have suggested you. Just like Hank has been mentioned before, you can always change these numbers by yourself manually. And once we have got that, we simply get into a quick check. So you can check this process by hand, and then we can click load in. And now we will be able to start the probing part. Once we start probing, there are two options. One is called manual positioning, one is called laser positioning. The difference is the manual positioning is done with the camera assistant, and the laser positioning is done by the laser detection all by itself. The laser takes longer time, so I will show the manual position first. Once I click the manual positioning, you can see my spindle is now working to the top of the workpiece. And on the software, you're able to see the camera is now taking a shot of this workpiece. And what you can do is simply select the area on the software to select the area that I want to do the probing. If you select the wrong areas, our system will give you a notification. So you simply select the area you want to do the probing. Why you have to do the selection is because sometimes we will have different clamping screw that is on there. There's something you don't want to get attached on.
Right.
And simply using the selection will avoids the potential collision. And once you have selected this area, simply go to auto centering. And you can see the probe will come down and found the edge and centering this workpiece all by itself. And this process can take about 1 minute to 90 seconds, depending how big is your workpiece. Hank, I think you have some of your fans. Our master Genfo. Say hi. Can laser positioning be used to identify the correct restart point in case the tool break in between? Yes, we were able to start in the middle points, but they don't have to necessarily using the laser. You can either reprobing with a 3D probe or manually or with a laser. They were all potential options.
Let me say hi to Donnie.
Hey, Donnie.
It's great to see you here. Didn't expect you.
Yeah.
Are you downstairs?
What happened if the bit breaks, machining stop itself, continue operation? Yes, so we have the detection. So all three X, Y, and Z motor will closed loop control, and also the spindle. So once we have detects, for example, a certain increase on the currents that's indicating we could have a potential collision or crash happens, this machine will stop automatically. Okay, I think the auto centering is now finished and taking place.
If the machine stops because something is wrong and it tells you what is wrong, if you're able to solve the problem, will it continue where it stops?
After you have changed the problem, for example, you've changed the bit, you have changed the materials, then yes, it will start from the point where you stop, that we can track the G-code records. Right. So now we just demonstrate the assistant probing that's done by the camera. So now I will let the machine to go to do a machine homing, and then we will go to the laser probing. Auto probe a slanted surfaces. Yes, we will have a lot of auto leveling surfaces. Also, if you're working on a workpiece, this is just not a flat platform. It's a round platform. Then feel free to use the auto leveling function. Can you take a measurement with a probe? That is the problem. Sorry, we cannot, because probing, they were only measuring the relative numbers between two distances. We cannot provide very accurate absolute value. So unlike a laser measurement. All right, so now I will show the laser positioning. Once we start getting into this probing page, simply click table scanning. And you can see the working platform now is moving back and front. It's because the laser is now scanning whatever objects that has been installed. So on the software, you can see all the cloud dots that have been created. And this process could take about 2 minutes for the sites we have been installed today. The reason why we will have the laser probing other than camera is because, like I have been mentioned, sometimes when I install a very long screw, it's very small dots under the camera. Sometimes the camera cannot see those small diameter but long screw. Yeah. But in those cases, it's very likely the spindle can crash with the screw when the spindle is doing the probing. So in those scenarios, like when your clamping and your fixture is more difficult, it's not standard, we will recommend you to use the laser. And once the laser finishing, the laser probing is finished, you will see the reason why I'm saying that. What's the accuracy or repeatability for laser positioning? I can definitely tell you is higher than 0.01 millimeter. It's more accurate than that. Well, let me check if I have a numerical answers on my little cheat sheet. It's just too much in here. Okay, for the probing, the accuracy is 0.002 millimeter.
But that's probing, that was not a laser positioning.
The laser, I think, is similar.
Okay.
Let me double check. Good point. Yes, I think they were all 0.002. And once the scanning is finished, you can see we have the cloud points being drawn on our softwares. So now my machine understands where is the workpiece have been located, and we can simply go auto centering. Yeah. Oh. Oh, sorry. It's a little bit freezing here. Okay, oh, it should have come out with the overall object, but I think we have to try it one more time. Sorry. Have you seen anything similar to this before?
No.
No? Yeah. Yeah, let's show this back example one more time. That is the reason why you want to have the good probing, and that is the reason why you want to have the good finishing. Yeah.
Just look is asking, is laser scanning working with shiny materials like mirror finish?
Yeah, theoretically that could be a potential issue, but on our actual testing, unless you are really inserting something that's already been polished, but for most of the raw materials like aluminum or brass, they should be fine. Yeah, I think the laser is coming out correct this time. Will there be a thread hole support plate accessory as an add-on? Sorry, we don't have it so far, but we will have the thread mailing function support on the CAM softwares. If you're not mailing anything below M2, I think you will be fine. If we want to say do 2.5 dimension engraving on a stone with a slightly uneven surfaces, which we mount to your electrical vise, we will just start round from the highest point or do your auto probe as well. Yeah, we will suggest you do the auto leveling if there's a slightly uneven platform, so the auto leveling can also calibrate the uneven platforms for that.
Do you ever notice that a workpiece does shift slightly mid-run?
What's the question?
There's a question, if the workpiece shifts slightly mid-run, can the laser detect that and pause the job? But does it ever shift slightly?
Right, but they should not shift slightly, right? if your workpiece shift during the operations, that could bring potential issues on the precision error.
Yeah.
So if the position have been shift due to uneven clamping or the fixtures moving, you probably have to stop and do the probing one more time before you get.
But will the software detect that?
If the work is already going, I don't think the software currently cannot pick up the shifting information. Sorry about that. Yeah.
I think you would be able to get that done in a later update.
Yes. You have to stop the workforce first and then recalibrate, also with the auto probing, to find the zero offsets one more time.
Because I think the difficulty is if you have a square piece of material, if it would shift, the scanner wouldn't know that it's actually a shift. It could be just the material have a different shape.
Yeah.
So because it can't see in the past. So you would need a second laser to actually see that the other part is still in the same position.
Yes.
Then you would need two
Yeah,
lasers.
so they can do the comparison.
Yes.
Can I make a thread hole with a tab on CNC as a spindle closed loop too? Currently, the spindle itself is open loop, but the other 4 axis is closed looped. For thread mill, we have done tapping internally, but I have to say tapping is a bit difficult for, like I said, for any hole that's below M2. If you are thread milling or tapping anything that is above M2, feel free to give a shot. Okay, how's our processing have been going? If they are still going on, then we can move on. Otherwise, we can also take a look at the working pieces as well. All right, Hank, I think it's about time to let's do our third lucky draw. Sets. So if you are doing anything without coolant, I think it will be great to have the connector install it and simply connect to a vacuum. We will also provide a adaptive adapter. I think they will support the majority type of vacuum on the market. So now make sure you have subscribed our channel and send in anything on the comment. Let's type in vacuum sets, vacuum sets. I'm now very familiar with
now
this.
They're ready. Now they're ready. I mean, you see them coming.
Vacuum sets. Yes, type in vacuum sets. All right, I will start loading the comments right now. We were giving away the vacuum sets for 1 lucky drawer. You want to do this for me, Hank?
My pleasure.
Right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's congratulate Vimcat. Vimcat. Congratulations, Vimcat. Congratulations. Make sure you leave the comments, leave your email address. God, yes, you're the lucky one. Make sure you leave your email address on the comments so our colleague can get contact with you and send you the vacuum sets. All right, keep in mind the best part is not coming in the very end. what we were going to deliver in the end of this live stream is a force axis. This will be our last giveaway tonight. It's something worth about $700 US. So it's definitely worth waiting. And you know what? Even you have already won something previously, you can still try to give another shot after this. Yes, the force axis. So let's get back to our Kickstarter page for a little bit. Oh, can I have a water? Excuse me. Yeah, thank you. And also maybe one for Hank. Let's get it. Thank you.
What's the maximum rotation speed of the fourth axis? And I was confused about the fourth axis in our laser cutter in the past. So I was thinking that would go very fast. In generally they're not, because that's not the purpose.
All right, I think you have got me in there. I don't have the rotatory speed on my mind. Let me check with my team. I will definitely come back with you. All right, I think our first part has been finished.
Sorry to bother you. This is the
keycap. Thank you, Jackie. It's our keycap. All right. It's a keycap for our mechanical keyboards. Can you see it?
I think keycaps are very popular.
I think so. Yeah.
We have people making new keyboards like every week.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Yeah.
So now you can make your own.
And I have a little keyboard in here.
That's what I mean.
Let's try to put it on. You can see we have our very neat NestWorks logo in here. Yeah. So you can custom something that's only for yourself. So let me put it. Just perfect. Oh, I think I didn't do it upside down. Yeah, it was right.
Yeah.
There we go. So now we have our own custom keyboards. We should do the lucky draw next time with this custom NestWorks keyboards. They only you used to do the lucky draw. All right. What's the cost of the force axis? Good points. That's
just win it, okay?
Yeah, win it for free, and it costs nothing. We are about to go to the accessory parts. So you can see we have been sharing many different use case on our Kickstarter page. They're covering all different materials. With titanium, with stainless, with wood. Feel free to check out the cases that interest you. Well, a post-processor, yes, the post-processor will be shared to work with Fusion, Mastercam, or SolidCam. We will also support all of those third-party CAM software. And thank you for many of our good friends, including Hank, our good neighbors, and all. We also have been conducting very close connection with the scholar communities, including the Professor Akita in the University of Kanazawa. He and his student is now actively testing the machine and providing many valuable advice for us. And during the campaign, our Kickstarter campaign, we were also giving 5% cashback referral. So if you know any of your friends might be interested about this project, you should definitely go have a Kickbooster project account for yourself and refers to your friend, your clients, whoever might be interested about this machine, and you can get 5% cashback. And for all users, we were providing a 12-month warranty for NestWorks C500, and if you are a VIP user who have been placed the $30 deposit in advance, you will get an additional 1 year's warranty extension. I think that's the most worthy $30 have been spent this year, I guess.
Absolutely.
And also, of course, our customer services team and technical support team will always be with you. Feel free to send an email anytime to supports@nestworks.ai. The specification is also available in here. Simply look it up for any numbers that you have question on your heads. For the force axis, I'm answering the question. The clamping range is from 3 to 80 millimeters. If you were working without a tailstock, the overall length can go to 240 millimeter maximum. The maximum speed, they just got me. I can answer your question now. It's 5 RPM. It's 5 RPM, 5 rounds per minute. Yeah, so feel free to check out. And what's in the box? So for any standard package in here, we will deliver this machine with one standard material kit. So we already provide the material you can start with, and we will also provide a standard toolkits that including the fixture, the screw, the RFID tape label tags, the L-shaped brackets, the cutting tools, and also the ER11 collets. 5 of them. Those were pretty costly. So we want you to be able to have your hands on the first second on this machine. You don't have to wait and buy anything else to start it. And also the standard accessories, including a one-safe goggle. Safety is always the first priority. And for the early birds who's been backing this project tonight, you will get a 40% off discount, which is, like I said one more time,
crazy.
It's like crazy. You will never get this again after this Kickstarter campaign. And if you are buying 2 NestWorks C500 at a time, there's about 50% discount. There's already 3 people supporting.
I remember the first time when we talked about this machine, you asked me what price I estimate this machine would cost.
Yeah.
And I told you $10,000 US.
$10,000 US. You are not the only one giving me the answer. Yeah, that's the question I ask a lot. Yeah. So when I was in the United States, when I was in Japan, we were on Maker Faire. But I think it's a fun story to share. We just put the machine on the table and try to explain to people what it is. And then very soon people ask, oh, how much does it cost? I said, how much do you think it costs? And people come out with all different answers, 10,000, 20,000. When I'm told them, it's like, I said, well, you know what? The retail price for this probably will go around $5,000 US. And they're like, holy, that was like almost.
My jaw was dropping.
Yeah, they were like, oh my God, that's almost for free. But you know what? Despite that, we are now doing a Kickstarter campaign and we were offering 45% off. And we just turned everyone speechless. So if you're interested on this project, this the best time for you to get it. Anytime after this Kickstarter campaign, we will never offering any price that's getting close to this. And for the shipping, I have to say the shipping cost is something that's really, really troubling us.
Yes.
We have received many different emails and questions from all around the world asking about the shipping costs and the custom fees. As we all know, currently now it's not a very peaceful world. The trade war is going back and forth, and then the custom policy have been changing almost every week. So NestWorks team is doing all of our best. We try to help our customer with the custom, and with the shipping. So in consideration the overall weights of almost 200 pounds, the actual shipping cost is about $500 US for what we can get today. So our team is still trying to decrease the overall size or weight before we deliver the machine and try to decrease the shipping cost. But what we decide is to ask our customer to help us on a part of the shipping. So as you can see, the maximum our customers been paying today is around $199, and for the rest of the cost will be beared by NestWorks team. That is not easy for us. Trust us, there's a very, very big chunk of cash from our accounts, but we do not want the shipping to become something that's troubling our users and stopping you from accessing to these wonderful products. And this cost is including custom fee, so you can see how much we have been paying behind. Yes, I say the overall weight about 200 pounds, 100 kilo, is including the machine. Now it's 91, 93, it's still changing for a little bit, but including all the tools, all the material, all the force axis, and the packaging. The actually overall when we were delivering is getting close to 140 kilo. Okay. When we're shipping. So that is a really big pack. So the cost is high. So we're also sincerely asking our backers to help us to share part of the load, and we're trying to do the best on our parts. And how to pledge. So if you're watching the live stream right now and you have not been working with a Kickstarter, I can go through a very quick introduction. So first, log into your Kickstarter account to create one of your account if you don't have one today, and search our project NestWorks C500 and find out our official campaign page. Simply click back this project and select the pledge you want to go, and also you can select more add-on after this, and then you can simply confirm your payment method. And a lot of our VIP users have been asking how's the VIP discount been working. So if you have already placed the $30 deposits and with your VIP account, you simply just run the same process, pay for this project on Kickstarter, and when this project is end, we will have the discount refund in cash back to your Kickstarter account. So you are paying the discount amounts in the end of this project. Even if you are using a different email account for Kickstarter and for your VIP deposit, that is also okay. No worry about that. You simply send us an email or leave a comment on Kickstarter page telling us the two accounts you have been using for Kickstarter campaign and for the VIP deposits, so we can link those two accounts together and make sure we have your cash back. Yeah. Other than that, I think we have been sharing most of the information that we want to share tonight. In the past months, we have been experiencing a lot. We travel to many places, talk to many of our users, and I think, Hank, when is the first time we're having a conversation when I set up a online almost tutorial with you? I think it's almost 2 years ago, more than 2 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact date.
I think it's something in the end of 2023, because we start working on the CAM software on December 2023. I remember, because by that time when I first have the idea that I want to do something a desktop CNC, I try to ask as much question I can possibly come out and ask the people that I think that can give me some answer or inspiration on that. And of course, Hank is the very first few name that comes to my mind.
Yeah, but I didn't say that, and I was just let's see if he's going to pull it off.
Yeah, Hank was telling me that's not something that's very easy to get done, and he really offered me something that's very valuable advice, both on technical side and also on the marketing sides, right? On the commercial sides. Those were very helpful for us, and also in the past months we received countless very sincere advice from the backers all around the world. And we actually listening to all your voice. For example, people was been telling us our force axis is too short because one of the option is you can take off the automatic tool changing library and to extend the working area. But the force axis have not considered the situation when the libraries have been taken off before, and our user pointed out, if you take off the library, of course you should extend the force axis. So we now have a additional boards of the force axis will be sent with this accessory together. So but we have got much more advice other than this. We're listening to all your advice. So please keep sending information, advices, even criticism to us. On comments, on YouTube, on any social media channels, we will following your voice. And I'm actually the one behind the email, market@nestworks.ai. I'm the one replying the emails almost every day. Although I cannot answer every single email, but I will try to do as much as I can, because I see that as a very important opportunity to really get in touch with our user, to understand what you have been thinking, what is the pain points, what is our users have been discussing. So keep sending us email. I will keep try to and reply as much email as possible. And a little bit background about our teams for those who have not heard before, who has been here for the first time. That we were incubated by Elephant Robotics. Elephant is one of the best educational robotic arm brands in the world. We deliver robotic arms to educational users, to academia researchers. Our users was all around the world. They were university. They are researchers. There are people working in the labs, and we have been working on robots for over 10 years. Accumulates enough knowledge on the mechanical controlling, the algorithm behind, and I think they give us the opportunity today to really start something that's so complicated, like a CNC. And also, we have some very great engineers working with us. We have a specific CAM software group that's working on the CAM software development. They were super genius helping us on that. And we also have hired 3 mechanists with over 20 or even 30 years experience working behind industrial CNC machine. Because we believe that if we want to build something that can work on industrial level, we must to have someone who really understand them and operate them for enough time to test our product. Yeah. So we have 3 CNC master experts that's running the testing of this machine every day, and most of the time they were not happy about our engineering team.
They never are.
There were some grumpy mechanists that they would give you complaints every day and have a fights with our engineering team almost every day. But I see those with very important and treasury opportunity that make our product better and better each day.
Yeah, it's the only way to learn. You need somebody who never agrees with you. Then you need to have the continuous feedback.
Yeah.
Just Luke asked, what's the power outlet requirement for the US?
Yes, I will repeat this one more time. So we were supporting anything from 100 to 230 watts. So I think they will support the majority of global power grids. You are waiting waiting for the end of this live stream. You were the smart one, Sam. Yeah, so that's about the information that we can deliver to you tonight. I'm very proud to share our team photos as the end of this live stream tonight, and also want to thank you, Hank, for being with us tonight. And I know we have one more piece of stainless workpiece have not been finished yet. We probably won't keep Hank so late. We might end a little bit early today, but we will keep everything post after the live stream. Keep in mind, Troublemakers and NestWorks will doing much more cooperation together. We will have the NestWorks C500 running on Troublemakers communities, and all their amazing engineering startup teams can get access to our machine, and we will conduct more live stream after this, and we'll do much more test run and YouTube video together. So make sure you follow to Troublemakers and Hank's accounts so you can keep track with us. All right?
And if you have an idea for a product, what we can do downstairs in our lab on this machine, send it in and you'll make chance of actually getting it for free.
Yes, Hank now having the idea is that you can send in any work piece, just send him the files and he will make it out with the C500 for you, and we will send it to you for free. So we should definitely discuss that more seriously and set up an email account for that. So follow our account, follow our social medias. We'll definitely get back to you. All right. So let's leave maybe another 5 or 10 minutes to answering some questions. So feel free to send in any questions you might have right now. We will answer the question before we were ending this live stream today. Can I have 5% cash back even after I bought a machine? So if you bought a machine for yourself, you probably not. But if you refer to one of a friend and they bought a machine, then yes, we will offer a 5% cash back. Yeah, thank you very much. Can you please show the connection points? Yes, I think there should be a pictures in here. So they're magnet in here, so you can simply attach the magnet parts to the bottom of the spindle, very easy, and you will find that on our product page as well. Yeah, just like this. Software for Mac, we are supporting Mac. Will the mist coolant require an air compressor? Yes, if using the mist coolant, you will need to have an air compressor. We are recommending an air compressor with a minimum pressure of a 0.8 MPa. Yes, an external air compressor required. Is there any fixture plates accessory for sale? We were actually providing the fixture plates for free, but if you want to buy additional, they are also available for sales. Yes. USA power is 120 watt, 15 ampere. Requirement correct? Yes, sir. I have just run this machine on San Francisco, so you're pretty safe. Yes, 50 amp is good. Would it be possible to upgrade the NEMA motor to servo, and how much extra would it cost? For the stability issue and also for cost consideration, we're probably not gonna change it to motor, to servo anytime sooner. But on the force axis, we might, we'll see. But there's also considerations on the size, on the overall weights. So let's think about that. Is the firmware getting over the air support to update via the touch screen connect with Wi-Fi? Yes, the firmware and the software can all be upgraded automatically, and you can upgrade it on the touching screen. Can we use third-party software? Definitely. Fusion, Mastercam, SolidCam, those will all be supported, and the post processor will be shared before this product being delivered. The vice showing in the video is a standard vice. So I'm not sure what you mean by a standard vice, but you can install any vice that's within this walk-in volume, but you can also buy from our official store. Would you let us buy a kit for servo? What do you mean? You mean by, I don't understand, kit for servo?
Yeah, it looks like they want to retrofit servos by themselves.
I don't think you want to do that by yourself. There's a lot of work. Yeah. When will the user manual be available to look at? We will looking forward to deliver that in the end of this campaign, so it will be by the end of December. The reason we actually already have the first copy of the user manual, but because our software function have been kept upgrading and some of the user interaction option is also changing with the hardware, so we try to keep that a little bit later until we've been confirmed that is a final design. Endless question. They were asking everything I want to know. Yeah. Welcome to send more in. When will access to NestWorks GUI be available? I guess you have been asking a independent software review. That will come up a bit later for few considerations. Of course, one is we want to make sure the software is stable for internal testing, but we will open internal testing for our early Kickstarter backer. When that is available, we will send information on our user group on Facebook. So type in NestWorks C500 on Facebook and get into our user group. I think we now have about 3,000 users today. And so you can join our internal tests very soon. Yeah, thank you. Is there any tapping or threading supports? I'm not sure what you mean by tapping and threading supports, but we will have a tapping and thread milling function on the CAM software side. Simply what you have to do, you have to select your right tapping and thread milling end mill on the toolbox. Once the system recognizes that, then you can activate the thread milling option. Right now, we were not recommending anything below M2. We have been trying thread milling M1.5 and M1.8. 50% of the time they will break the they will break the end mill, and it's frustrating. Like once you break a M1.5, you can never get them out. So we will recommend you do something above M2. But we will definitely keep working on that. Maybe when we are delivering this machine, we can get this number even lower. Can we get a list of G and M code so we can write macron? Yes, those information will be shared on GitHub.
Do you know the sound levels of the machine?
Sound level, very good questions. So because the sound level of different working parameter and different material can vary a lot. So for your reference, I was teaching our customer services how to answer this question. For your reference, the standard noise level for cutting 6061 aluminum on the 3,500 millimeter per minute, the noise level is about 90 dB when the cover is open, but when you close the cover, it will reduce about 8 to 10 dBs. So it's about 80 to 85-ish. What about the vibration level? They should not be vibrating at all. If the machine is vibrating, it's either the material is too hard, or the parameter is too aggressive, or the working platforms is not strong enough. But you don't want your machine is vibrating when they were machining. would love a factory tour, we have already booked a factory tour with some very well-known factory tour YouTubers, so you can expect on that. But they will come on year 2026. Run on SD, pin visor as well as direct cable only. Please share more about your mobile. Yeah, the mobile app will be online a bit later because we're still focusing most of our intentions on the CAM software. We want to make sure that's the first priority. So the mobile press we now have the testing version. We will definitely make it better, make sure there's something that's deliverable before we deliver. Still early, but any hints on the next machine after C500?
C501.
What's your guess, Hank? That is something we have not been sharing a lot, but yeah, I can talk about that a little bit, especially in front of Hank. I think he's a very good advisor for me. Now we see CNC as one of the most common used manufacturing tools in the world. 3-axis milling machine is one type of CNC. We were looking for delivering like personal manufacturing tools option. So they will not only be CNC machine. So at least we will be working on different sizes of CNC machine. CNC is working with bigger working areas, with small materials, with harder materials, with larger working areas. That's something we can do. But also we also see that after we have CNC certain pieces, we will need post-processing like polishing, like engraving, and those were also something that we see as potential opportunity because NestWorks is the brand to help bring design to actual physical world. So any tools that can help our users to do that, we will make it. It might be our next product, may be a smart screwdriver. You never know. Double-side PCB milling. How does electrical vise and probe camera help in this case? Well, if you're doing double-side PCB, a electrical vise is perfect for that because that help you in secure the perfect leveling surfaces, and also our probe can do the auto leveling for you as well. C600 mini CNC lathe. Okay, I'll keep that in my notebook.
Yeah, I was dreaming about a combination between CNC and welding.
And welding, yeah, that could be a possible.
But I mean,
a good welder. You never know.
Or metal 3D printing.
Metal 3D printing, yeah. Good chance. And today, even you metal 3D print any parts, you will still use CNC to do the after fixture or drill a hole or do the tapping, right? Those features cannot be 3D prints on metals today. Right. So I think CNC could be a good combination with metal 3D printing machines.
Especially if they use the same software suite.
Oh yeah.
Because what is 3D printed, that information is then readily available for your CNC.
Right. There's no gap between those two. What's the biggest lesson you have learned? Wow, that's a big question. The biggest lesson we learned, I think not just in this machine, but in our past experience, is always talk to the potential end user. Always try to avoid working on their garage and have the heads hide behind the desk and the table. Hear the true response and advice. In our case, we actually, I'm seriously worrying about the net weight about this machine. I'm thinking about cut the weights of this machine 30% off. I've given this mission to our engineering team. We've already starting how can we do it. But until we're talking to the actual user, that is something they're looking for.
Right.
They are not something they want you to take it off. If we do it, we'll make a big mistake. When approximately I will receive this machine, as I'm buying it now, we were looking forward to deliver the first patch to our VIP user starting April 2026. The beginning quantity might be smaller, and we're getting much faster from May, June to July. So please expect you will receive this machine in the second quarter of 2026. And if you are the VIP user, you are guaranteed that you will receive that in the first patch. All right, I think there's still questions coming in, but our time is almost running out. Again, I want to thank you everyone for your support for these projects to C500s. Oh my God, Hank, when we were talking, we already reached almost 1.8 millions right now from 480 backers. We want to thank everyone for your support. We cannot do this without you. Please follow us on any social media account, on our Facebook, on our Twitter, on our YouTube account. Follow Troublemakers. We got much more to come. And we were reaching the end of this live stream tonight. And before we say goodbye, Hank, please help us with the last fourth axis lucky draw tonight. I think people have been waiting this for so long. Okay, so type in let's type in NestWorks as the end of this live stream, okay? Everyone, please type in NestWorks.
Just copy paste.
NestWorks. And we will pick our lucky user tonight for the very end fourth axis that worth over $700 US for the retail. Thank you everyone for joining with us tonight, and it's really a pleasure meeting with you, and it's really an honor to have all your support and advice. Thank you for staying with us. All right, I will start loading comments. There we go, NestWorks. And we're only picking one lucky user. And Hank, please pick up this one lucky member of this before we're ending tonight.
Shall we do it?
Yeah. Oh my God, he's doing. All right. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sam, it's you! Oh my God, Sam, you really wait till the very end.
You wait till the very end.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Sam, congratulations, Sam. Oh my God. Sam was saying he was not buying the fourth axis and he wanted to wait till the very end. Congratulations, Sam, and it's our pleasure to deliver this to you. Don't forget to leave your contact, leave your email address on the comments so my colleague can reach to you and you can receive this fourth axis with your C500 machine together. Congratulations, Sam. And thank you everybody. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight, and thank you Hank for joining us tonight. We'll definitely deliver something more exciting for our users together. All right, bye everyone. Thank you, bye.
as the most important tool in modern industrial production and manufacturing. Why is CNC still only found in dirty and messy factories today? Today, we want to offer a completely different answer. What's your biggest challenge with CNC machining?
CNC programming can be very difficult, especially when you're looking for efficiency and precision.
For me, a CNC needs to be easy to set up and accurate.
Today, we are honored to introduce you to the new generation of desktop CNC. This is a personal desktop CNC that is efficient, precise, and highly intelligent. NestWorks C500, making CNC easier than ever.
My name is Paolo Velcic. I'm Italian and I've been a designer for more than 30 years. Parts I design and I machine are usually pretty complex. Selection of tools used to be my biggest headache. So many different kinds, I could never